Hello all, welcome to another tutorial from We Are Learning. Today we are trying to use a methodology from stats which is called linear regression, and we want to use that methodology to predict a stock. So today we have taken an example of ICICI Bank stock. We have taken the data from Yahoo Finance as on 1 year back. So this is from 11th of May 2020. We went back all the way to May of 2019, and we have saved the file. And what we are trying to understand is if we can apply the methodology and build a data model and try to predict almost a nearer value in the stock. Just to make it very clear, this is just for study purpose. Please do not apply this in a real-time situation. There are various other methodologies are used in predicting a stock, and I am not a professional, stockbrokers or a trader. So please do not apply this model into your day-to-day trading or for any further courses. So with that given as a disclaimer, I think we will go into this tutorial and see how we can build a model with the help of linear regression, which can help us predict a stock price. Okay. So what we are trying to do here is first import the libraries. NumPy, Pandas are essentials. Seaborn is for a box plot to see if we have any outliers. Where does the actual data stats for Matplotlib is also for a similar reason. And we have imported SciPy and stat models. This is going to be useful for bringing the formulas for linear regression. Okay. So first, as I mentioned, I've already taken a data. The data that I have is till 11th May of 2020, and I am trying to predict for 12th May 2020 whether we should buy, sell with this option, what we have to do. Okay. So now, first let's execute and import the libraries. Once the libraries are imported, you can see the asterisk mark. Once that becomes a numeric, that means the import has been completed. Once that has been imported, you can see the numeric one. That means it has executed. Now I am giving a variable ICICI and I am reading the CSV file which I have stored in this path. So I'm trying to load that. It's loaded. Now I'm trying to see what is there in the file. This is from Yahoo Finance that I downloaded. So you can see from 13th of May 2019 is what I have the records, and this will go all the way to May 2020. Okay, and now next I'm trying to see first of all what is my dependent variable, what is my independent variable. Okay, so here if you see close, I'm trying to see where the stock will close, or what is the safest stock price that I can bet on. So for me, close becomes a dependent variable which I'm trying to predict, which is influenced by the other variables which is called independent variables, which is open, high and low. So before getting into the actual regression model, we should understand whether there is a correlation between the independent variable, which is open, high and low. Obviously, this will have more impact on the close figures, but as per the methodologies, let's first try to understand if there is any correlation or no. So I'm picking the variable and ICICI where I brought this file, and I'm calling these columns open, high and low, and I'm trying to find the correlation. So the diagonals are left. Okay, so you can see open versus high 0.99 is a correlation, low 0.99, so it is highly correlated. You can take any one of these independent variables to measure your dependent variable. It does not mean you have to use all the independent variables because these are highly correlated. Just because this is for only a study purpose and not an actual model to predict any stock market or to be used in the practical life scenario, as I mentioned in my disclaimer, I'm taking all the three to see how this it goes. Okay, so I'm taking X as a variable now, and I am picking open, high and low, all my independent variables into X. And then I will take my dependent variable into Y. So let's get that done. And now we need a constant. If you can remember, a linear regression, the formula is y is equal to mx plus b. So you need a constant to predict the slope of the line. So I need a constant. I'm taking the constant as x underscore 1, and this is the formula to bring a constant. Okay, and now that the constant has been brought in, I'm giving the formula. The formula is for the linear regression that we are using. So y is your dependent variable where you have taken the close, and x bar 1 is the constant, and you are trying to make a slope, a line, to understand how closer we are. So our R square is 0.997. That means it is very nice. The model looks to be very nice. And then you have many other informations over here. I would like to quickly go and see your P stat, your F stat is very negligible as such. The most important factors that you will try to see over here is the constant that we have picked over here. This is what is we are going to use in the formula in the linear regression. Yeah, and then you have your open, high and low. These are your independent variables, correct? And there are many other parameters over here like Durbin Watson. You have how many observations you had, what was your residuals, how much degree of freedoms. There are so many concepts inside this, but let's not explore everything in this tutorial. We'll just understand the R square is almost close to 1. That means the model is very close to the prediction. This is just an adjusted value, that's fine, and you have found your constant and your values for open, high and low, which is going to be used in the formula. So now let's go and see. We are trying to predict a model, so I'm calling it as ypred, and I'm calling my model which is going to predict using this constant that I have brought, and I'm trying to see how closer I am. So I have brought all the 244 variables I had, so system is trying to predict over here. We will see it better in a graph. I'll take you shortly into the graph. So I'm taking prediction, the value that I am trying to predict, okay, and I'm also trying to calculate the errors. So for every line column that we had, the close value, I also now prepared a predicted value. So what was the actual close value and the predicted value? The difference comes as an error. So you have predict PRED as one of the variable, and error is another variable, and I'm trying to bring this into my value. So you can see 376.299 was the close, whereas our prediction was 377.72 minus 1.42, very close. In stocks, these are very close. Then you have 380, which is 382, again closer. You can see a 382 with a 382 almost nearby. So the prediction goes fine over here. These are from 2019, as I mentioned, till 2020. You can also see the other way around. So it is also trying to build a value of 6th of May. If we can see, the close was 341, whereas 336, the error is so high. But later it is coming lesser and lesser over here. Yeah, so you can use a tail to see the bottom, or you can use the head to see the top 5 values. And now I'm trying to prepare a scatter plot and see how closer the line is fitting with the value that we have predicted. So this is the scatter plot that we have. Now we will try to prepare a residual model that we have. So I'm trying to bring a plot now. So you can see how closer all the values has been. Okay, what we have predicted, errors, and the line, it almost fell in the entire line. So what I'm trying to do is now, I think the model is almost good. I'm trying to write it to an Excel where I'm calling it as predicted final. and I'm removing my index, and I'm storing that in a path, and then I'm trying to call this and see what is my predicted value for 12th of May. Okay, so if you could see, so my predicted value is somewhere around 311.5268, means we can say 3.56 around, um, and I'm trying to 3.527, we can say, or 3.53, somewhere around that. 3.5 or 3.6, we can call it 311.5 or 311.6. uh, the predicted value is, and also trying to put this into the formula, which is y is equal to constant plus b1 x1 plus b2 x2 plus b3 x3. This is the formula for a linear regression. So I am bringing all open, high and low value just to make you understand. So these are minus 0.5069, 0.7193 and 0.7916 are the values that I got from my model. You can see over here. Okay, and the constant value of 1.6340, I'm bringing that, and the other values of 320.14, the other values that we are trying to see over here is what we have predicted. So we will write it with, so what is our open value? Our open value is 318.29, and then your high value is also similar to that, 318.29, and your low value is 310.29. Okay, so using this formula and this constant, predicted value is 311.5270 if you do it in your Excel, whereas the value that we got is 311.56. So what we are saying is it closed at 320 in 12th of May. We are saying that this will fall. So the best way is not to buy, or you can sell the stock, and approximate value that is best to target to sell is around 311.53 or 311.6. So I am also picking Yahoo Finance now, and you could see this is already falling, the price is falling, and we can see the days range is between 309 and 380. So our 311.5 is very close to the lower value. We have got almost near to 309, whereas our value was 311.5 that we were planning that it will fall. So if we are planning to sell or you are planning to buy at the lowest rate of that day, I think we almost got it predicted well. I was also trying to take a screenshot, which is almost close, 311.65. This was something I just opened up and saw how closer the value was coming. So I think the data model that we have brought now has predicted, it's almost 99.95% or even 100%, because 311.5 was touched in that, which is not the current value, but it went little beyond that as well, 309. So I think the model that we have built looks good. As I mentioned, it is very theoretical. Stock prediction has many other models, various other factors involved. But just to see whether a normal linear regression of our understanding, if we apply to the stock in a real-time stock. So today is 12th May that we are recording this video, and we got the value till 11th of May. And when we were able to predict, we were almost there. We did not get into a buy mode. We thought it was going to fall, so it's a sell mode, or the lowest value of that day is 309 that we can see, and we were predicting 311.5 is a good place to buy as well as the lowest, and it looks nice. So 311.5, if you have already bought, it's already around 312.55 the stocks. So I think it's a good one. You can also start practicing building models like this, and we will try to explore more various other models and try to get few other examples, and see how better we can understand stat models, and how good that can be used in Python to really analyze the data and make a better model which can be used in the day-to-day businesses or for your study or exploration process. So as I mentioned again, this is just a study purpose. Please do not apply this model in your real-time situation. I wish this could have been a good help for you, and hoping to bring more tutorials which will help you learn Python. Thank you for watching.